Yeah, no problem. We can get started just filling out some of the information that you know if you'd like.
Yeah, I can get that going.
So go ahead and press subject.
Yeah.
Add subject, yep, and then just go ahead and start filling all that out.
You got your computer over here? You got your computer? What's Cam's last name?
You what?
What's Cam's last name?
Stuff.
2 B's, right?
Yes.
Oh, jeez. I need date of birth for him.
Oh no.
Oh no. Don't die.
Do you want to plug me in?
Yep.
I'm going to be using all of the plugs here.
That's all right.
Do you just need this for his date of birth, or are we going to need it for something else?
Oh, his date of birth. And then, I mean, email address if we want to send it to him.
Yeah, you'll have to put an email address in. You can
we have to
you can
put an
make
email.
it up though.
1694. Cam, do you want this sent to you, the report? What email address do you want JP to use?
If
Wait,
Can-
is it just? Oh, I didn't hear you say 2 B's. I was like, did I spell it wrong?
S at what? Okay.
Okay, height in inches.
How tall are you, Cam?
70.
Yep. How much you weigh? Right-handed, left-handed?
TSK 11 you can skip. And then reason for test. So return to play is going to be the longer demographic. Patient screening is going to be shorter. Let's just go through return to play just for training purposes. Then you guys can decide which one you want to do. It is pretty long, but good info.
Any injuries on the left side?
And this is ACL history.
ACL history?
You don't have any ACL?
No.
Yeah.
No. Orthopedic injury on the left side?
No.
You're all good on the left side, right?
Yeah, left side was fine, right? Your left side is fine. And it was
Just check. It should be never at the bottom. Yeah.
On the right side, it was
ankle.
in the last year. Any concussions in the past year or past 5 years?
I'm not going to tell anybody.
Main sport. Oh, shoot.
All good.
What was that? Is it logged?
No. I slid in it.
Oh.
You're not sharing your screen anymore, just a heads
Oh.
up.
All right, I'll go back and do it.
All good. Perfect.
You're running back, right? Corner.
Yeah, just select whatever is closest.
Second string, right?
Yeah, actually third.
They didn't have that low.
Perfect. Awesome. Okay. Cameron's been created. So you're going to select, just click on Cameron's name. Press view. New test at the top right. We're going to go AMI. You'll have to go through this twice just for the first time. Go ahead and click and drag on the screen just so you can see all the levels. Like, yeah, perfect. So there's all your levels here. We're going to do a complete today if he's willing to do that.
Complete.
That's what I was trying to figure out. Squat, planks.
So the
Directional.
difference is
It's directional.
on level 3 is just into like hop. Yeah. All right, press select, press OK. Just the first time you have to go through this again. Go AMI, complete. Perfect. So now you're going to take the sensors out of the dock and turn the black button on. So you're just going to press those on.
You turn them on yet?
No. Black button. Black button.
Yep. Did you remember? Or were you just working?
And then keep them out of the dock.
Two of these are flat. They're all flashing reds now. Is that correct?
Yeah, you'll see a flash. Yeah, and just keep them out of the dock. So just put them on the table.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay, press rescan sensors. Perfect. So now you're going to toggle them all on. So press the white button on the screen. Connect sensors. Press next. Cool. Okay, so now we're going to attach these. So all the directions are here, but I'm just going to kind of go through it step by step with you guys, okay? So you're going to grab 2 of the low back adhesives, and you're going to find the green flashing sensor and the blue flashing sensor. The blue and the purple are kind of hard to decipher. So green and blue. Once you found the green and blue, you're going to put those on the adhesives.
Is one of them
Like a white?
white?
Yeah, so it's going to be green, blue, purple, white.
Okay, perfect.
And we
So
just
once you
add
found those green and blue, put those on the adhesives and just holler at me when you do that.
Just take the
this is the.
take that piece off. And just middle it.
Yeah, so just put them horizontally on the adhesive and just in the middle. And remember, the low back ones are the longer ones.
Yep.
And let me know when you have those on. I just can't see you guys.
They're on the thing.
Okay, so now you're going to grab the marker and you're going to find his PSIS. So you're going to make 2 marks on his PSIS and draw a line in between. And once you've accomplished that, let me know.
Okay, we have the line.
Okay, now you're going to find the green flashing sensor. You're going to grab that. And you're going to have the green light facing down. So just like the screen shows you, the green light faces down and it's going to go below the line you drew. The spine is going to intersect the middle of that sensor. Okay, so the green light flashes down. It goes below the line. Spine intersects the middle of that sensor. Once that's on, let me know.
Does the whole
Back part.
the whole adhesive thing goes below the line?
Correct.
Okay.
All right, it's on there.
Okay, now you're going to grab the low back fitting template, fit it over top of the sensor, and then you're going to find his height range and make a mark and make a line at his height range.
Did you say 5'10"?
Don't give yourself a couple extra inches.
5'9", between 5'9" and 6'1", you're good. All right, and then Did she say go ahead and put it on?
And then you're gonna grab the blue flashing sensor, and the blue light goes up and it goes above the line you drew. So green light is down and below, blue light is above, and sensor light is up. And then once you have that, you're going to press sensors attached on the screen.
I was doing the same thing.
Okay, here's your check-in. So there's going to be a serial number on the side of the sensor. So if you guys aren't sure about the colors, you can just confirm. But here you see the blue lights flashing up and it's above, and then the green light is down. If that's good, you're going to press confirm sensor attachment. And now we're going to go to the shin. So I think it's easier to make the shin lines first. So you're going to grab the tibial template, find the inferior edge of the medial malleolus, and then find his height and make mark on each side of the shin, on each shin. And once you have that, just let me know.
This was the one where you did it in the belly and not on the actual.
I don't know anymore. Okay, so we have the markings.
Perfect. Now you're going to I grabbed the white flashing sensor first and put it on the shin dap. So the smaller dap or smaller adhesive. And then the white light is going to go on the right leg. So white on right. You're going to place the sensor vertically with the light flashing up. The line is going to intersect the middle of the sensor, and you're going to put the sensor on the tibia. So actually on the bony structure.
On the bony structure now.
On the bony structure. So light flashes up, white goes on right. It's going to be vertical on the tibia. Line intersects the middle of the sensor.
Okay, and then. All right, I think I got it.
Got it? And then you'll do the exact same thing with the purple on the left. Light flashes up, goes vertically on the tibia, line intersects the middle of the sensor. And once that's attached, you're going to press sensor attached.
We're doing both. Yeah. Oh. Light is up.
Any questions at all? You guys feel good about it?
No.
Nope, that's good.
Yeah.
Okay, sensor attached. And then here's where you guys can check. So the white goes on their right, purple goes on their left. And then if that looks good, confirm sensor attached.
Did we do that right?
Yep.
Purple's on
Light
the
up.
White on right.
Yep.
Yep.
And you will mix up the sensors, it happens.
Yep.
Okay, so now you're gonna have Cameron stand with his feet together in a comfortable position. Once he's standing still, you'll press start calibration.
All right.
And if he moved at all, you can recalibrate. Okay, so lumbar lordosis, the first check-in to make sure you have the sensors on right is that negative number. So negative 54. Negative means extension. Does he have a pretty decent curve, or did he move at all?
I was gonna be yes.
He's got a pretty good curve. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So then before we go into finish calibration, I'm going to have you click that Bluetooth signal up at the top right. So these are all of your sensors, okay? They will go from green to yellow to red. Green and yellow, you're totally safe. Red means you need to either adjust your hand placement or go closer to the patient, okay? So our iPad and our Bluetooth antennas are at the corners of the iPad. So we just ask that you don't hold the corners, which is really intuitive to do, Okay, so just keep your hands in the middle. But you guys have the highest, like 9th and 10th generation iPads, so these are going to be the best Bluetooth signals. Okay. Okay, you can click out of that and then finish calibration, and then we'll dive into the test. Press OK. Awesome. Okay, so now what you're going to do, this video is flipped. I'm talking to our tech guys to see like how do we adjust that for your guys' generation of iPads. But to be completely honest, on the single leg stuff, it actually captures the entire movement. So you guys, I'll just let you know, I have a meeting tonight. Okay, so go ahead.
Even when I can't. So even when it doesn't look like it's got him, it does have him. Like
Yeah.
what you're saying.
Yeah, you see like how you're seeing him like long shot on the video. It's gonna be that way. Like it's kind of nice for like the single leg mechanics, so you can actually see like their heel or their head. But it's a little confusing. So I'm just going to talk to my tech team to see what we can do as far as like the video goes.
Okay.
But what you guys are going to do is you're going to read off the instructions and I'll kind of give you tips and tricks for this.
Okay. So you ready?
Yeah.
All right, we're going to hold the plank for 60 seconds, forearms and toes. Palms flat, toes and heels touching. So I'm assuming like need to get that pretty far back for this, correct?
Yeah,
then?
just for this one. He can go ahead and come down real quick because I'm going to tell you guys a few things here. Okay. So with the plank, you want to put him in the perfect position. Okay. So feet together on his forearms, back nice and flat. The patient's going to be gaining points as they're holding their stable plank. So if you start them in extension and they deviate, it's not going to pick that up. Okay, so just make sure that you put them in that perfect position. So whenever you have them in that perfect position, you're going to press start. Okay, you can press close on the instructions. So when he's up, back is nice and flat, you're going to press start.
Okay.
Perfect. Once he's still, press start. And then you have your timer at the top. So see how it's like 3 out of 60 seconds. If he maintains that the entire time, it's going to close automatically. If he drops his knees or his hips, you're going to press failed. Okay. And then if they slip at the very beginning or move at the very beginning and you want to redo that rep, you have that ability at the bottom left to redo rep. Okay.
I know in the old one, you could, if like they moved right as you were going to say it.
Halfway cam.
Can you drag it longer like you could in the old one?
So the difference, you don't have the capture windows here. So it's super intentional to make sure that they're in the right spot and then you're capturing all of the movements.
Got it.
So you can't go back and adjust.
15 seconds.
That's where that redo rep comes into play.
Okay.
5 seconds.
I'm fighting for the capture window. We'll see if I win on that.
All right.
Awesome. So now you're going to see a screen where it's just downloading and it's putting your, so here's his score. So here's your reference pattern at the top. So it looks like he went into extension of 13 degrees. Okay. But just to keep cruising through, you're going to press the green button at the bottom right, save and continue. Now we're going into double leg squat. So just read off for him and then I'll tell you what you need to know here.
Okay, you're going to face away from me and squat to parallel or 90 degrees, moving in a controlled way. You're going to repeat 20 times, waiting for me to cue you each time.
Perfect. So to JP's point, we don't have the ability to go back and adjust those capture windows. So you have to be extremely intentional of capturing the metrics or capturing the data. Okay. So what you're going to do is you're going to press the start button. That start is going to turn. See how it turns. You're okay. See how it turns to the word stop. Once you cue him to squat. So just go ahead and have him squat.
Go ahead and squat.
He comes out all the way up straight. You press stop.
Oh, okay.
And then So you have to make sure you press the start button. It turns to the word stop. That's your cue to tell him to go. He squats down. He comes back up straight, complete, straight, and still. Press stop. And he's not going to want to like readjust his feet in the middle because that'll track all of the data.
Okay.
But what we'll do is we'll redo this rep. So go ahead and hit redo rep. Okay. And then go ahead.
Start. I should say squat. Okay, and then I'll say squat.
Wait for him to come all the way back up.
And
There
then
you go. Now press stop. Yeah.
squat. Squat.
Deal.
Squat. 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 Sorry. It's a very weird word to say over and over.
I generally just say go.
Go.
Go or count how many?
Yeah, you can say go. I used to say go.
Go. Much better. Go. 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 Go.
Awesome. Now this is the one that takes the longest as far as processing. So the point of this is to make sure that you have your reference patterns correct, or I'm sorry, your data tracings correct to the reference patterns. Okay. None of the other ones take this long. It's just with the 20 reps. And because you're on Teams video, it's taking a bit. Awesome. So if you want to click on the screen and drag it over, the whole point of this is you want to make sure you have that nice bell curve and it comes all the way back down, which you did a really nice job on the capture. So well done. Okay, so you're going to press the green button, save and continue.
What is these like reps like 17 and 19 here? They go down below the 0?
Yeah, so we just cut it off a little late, or he came back up into a little bit of extension there.
Okay.
So something also to make note of before we go. So our threshold is 30 degrees. So he's squatting pretty deep. Now we keep it standardized so you squat to parallel. So if you see someone squatting below parallel, you can cue them out of it. But to me, if they're like a power lifter, CrossFitter, someone who's learned to squat like that, I want to see how they normally squat. Okay, so just know that's why the flexion is pretty high there. And that's why his score is down. But we'll go through this. Okay, go ahead and press save and continue. Side plank on the right.
All right, side plank on the right.
That's why I didn't tell you the whole thing.
I'm so glad you came.
Do you have them normally on this one? Do you have them face you or face away?
It's totally up to you. Honestly, the sensor read is going to be better if they face this way because it's just better, but totally up to you.
No, the way you are.
You are. All right, you're going to hold the side plank, so go ahead.
Shoulders, hips, and feet aligned. Left hand on your hip for.
And it should be hand. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
Left hand. Left hand on your hip.
Oh, okay.
You got 60.
Sorry.
I was like, wait, am I not
I know,
reading that right?
Doesn't make sense. So he's going to stack everything up, make sure he's like in a good position. You can press close and then start when he's straight and still.
Go ahead and go up. Go up.
You're as soon as you're up and you're steady.
Going.
Awesome.
Got 60 seconds. The video is off. I don't know how to get him.
Step back.
Okay. It's like I don't understand. There we
Yeah,
go.
well, it's really
Like
weird.
to
'cause
move
the
it right or
cameras are
left.
there.
Yeah.
So go ahead and
Yes.
click on the blue button to the left with the 3 lines in the middle of it. All right, so here's where you can see like where all of the score is from like the previous exercises.
Halfway came.
If you scroll all the way down, there's your finish and save button. Okay, so if you don't complete this entire test, you'll want to make sure that you finish and save. So it does save everything. Okay, so if they're like, yeah, you know, I'm hurting or whatever, you can press finish and save there. You can go ahead and press that X button.
You got
Perfect.
8 seconds.
Doing fine.
You're doing great. You're kind of a big deal. You can do this.
Awesome.
You're good.
Nice score. Okay, save and continue on the
Now
green.
you gotta do.
So if you press the green button,
Oh, did
yeah, perfect. Nope, you're good. You're good. I'll tell you on the next one. So side plank, same thing.
All right, same thing, same positioning. Whenever you're up and you're in perfect form, I'll start it.
Yes, last plank.
Last plank. Ready?
Something to make note of is if you guys start a rep of an exercise, for instance, like the double leg squat, and they're like, man, my back hurts, I don't want to finish it. You can, if you do like 10 reps and you don't complete the exercise, it's not going to save that rep, or it's not going to save that exercise. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
You have to complete all of the reps. So like if they hit like single leg hop, where this has happened a couple of times, they've completed 5 reps. You still want to know what those metrics are. You can just press like the start button, have them bend their knee, stop. The overall score is going to be off, but at least you'll have those like 5 single leg metrics. So
Like
just kind of a heads up on that.
10 seconds, Cam.
Does Cam work there too? Or did
No.
he just come in?
He just came in for this. I may
So
or may not have.
nice.
Good.
Perfect.
Okay, so you said hit the blue button.
Yeah, so see save and jump to, click on that real quick. So this is where if you're like, I want to skip an exercise, you can click into an exercise and go from there.
So we can go to that other plank.
Yeah, you can go to the other plank, you can go to the multi-directional hopper plant, whatever you want to test.
Okay.
Okay, go ahead and press that. Press the X button to the left. Yep, and then save and continue. Now we're on single leg metrics.
All right. You ready?
So we're gonna do all single leg.
So we're
Stuff on
all
the
doing
right.
on the right, yeah.
And then the left.
Do they need to be facing us?
Yeah,
or
so go ahead and read the directions. They'll face you on this one.
start in single leg stance right with right knee straight, left knee bent with the foot behind you. Squat down as far as you can without your heel coming up, moving in a controlled way without your left foot touching the ground. Repeat 10 times.
Perfect. Go ahead and press close, and he can put his foot down real quick. I'll kind of tell you what you need to know here.
Okay.
All right, so left foot stays behind the entire time. Doesn't matter where he puts his hands. As far as like the question always I used to get was like, how far do you want me to squat? Whatever they feel comfortable doing, whatever they're able to do, because that's going to be a metric that you guys are measuring, right? You're going to press that start button. Again, it's going to turn to stop. So it's the exact same as the double leg squat. Be really intentional with that capture. Once they're straight and still, you'll press stop.
Okay.
Lost of balance is if they touch the ground. So if he comes up and he's kind of wobbling all over, you want to track all that information because we're getting the pelvic data now, right? So once he's straight and still, that's when you press stop.
Okay.
Got it.
Okay.
Here. Okay. Can he put his foot down between reps?
No.
Always keep it up.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
Yeah, that's a lot of sense.
So if the foot comes down
Yeah.
at all, okay.
Yes, loss of balance.
So
Yeah,
Even
you'll
if it's
click
not
loss of
like
balance.
if he's like hopping,
That's
around,
loss of balance.
That's not loss of balance.
Oh.
Because that's where you're getting the pelvic data.
Correct.
Once he's back to here is when you're standing.
Got
That's
it.
when you go again. So you wait for the stop.
Okay. Okay.
Yep.
Some.
Perfect. Thanks,
All right.
JP.
Yep.
Go. Go. Go.
What do you play corner?
Mm-hmm.
Go. Go. Oh, I probably did that too soon, didn't I?
You can redo the rep.
Oh, now I can't. Go.
Yeah, you can.
Sorry.
No, you're totally fine. You can redo. You can go back to even if you want to.
So I can do that.
Can you redo back to 2 reps ago?
Yeah, click redo rep. Redo rep. There you go.
Go.
All good stuff to do while you're on training too.
Yeah.
Go. 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 Last one. Go. I think I was not very good with the capture on that one. You can do the next one. It's really hard because you want to watch you, but I want to look at the video, but the video's so I just need to.
So like what I usually watch is like the data tracings once it comes back.
Oh, so you're not
to
looking at
play.
them?
You captured really well.
Oh, okay.
Your capture's perfect. Yeah. Well done.
Okay.
Green button, save and continue single leg hop.
Okay. You're standing on a single leg on your right, with right knee straight, left knee bent, and left foot behind you. Hop straight up as high as you can. Control the landing. Repeat 10 times without your left foot touching the ground.
Perfect.
Mm-hmm.
So I think like to JP's point, he can jump, land, take as many hops as he wants to, but if he puts that foot down, that's a loss of balance.
Okay.
Okay.
Yep.
Whenever you're ready, all you.
Does he have the squat?
On me or you?
It's on me. It's go again. Go. 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 Go.
The one thing that I'm noticing real quick
Is it his
is-
knee?
yeah, he's driving his knee up, which is like normal from a performance standpoint, but our algorithm picks up that second bell curve. So I would redo that last rep.
Okay.
So,
Sorry, Cameron.
So when you're hopping,
yeah,
you're pulling that knee up.
don't pull this.
The right one.
Oh, don't pull that.
The right one. Yeah. So just
Push to the ground.
go.
Yeah.
I'm gonna redo that. But yes.
Okay.
Press stop.
Yeah. Go. Better. Yeah.
From a performance standpoint, that's good, but just with our algorithm.
Go. Go.
Yeah.
Oh. Sensor came off.
That's okay. You can just put it back on, maybe pre-wrap it. You can press pause on the system up at the top right. There you go. I usually pre-wrap them on just like naturally.
Okay.
Totally up to you guys though.
All right.
And
Ready?
then once you guys have it back on, press resume. And just double checking the flashing light is up.
I did.
Yep.
I did.
Okay, perfect.
Okay. All right. Go.
Guess we'll see here in a second if the lines go.
Yep, you're golden. Nice job, Emily.
Go.
It's a lot to remember.
Go. Go.
Oh, my pre-wrap job is not doing so great. Gotta make it through one more. Or no, we're good.
And then hop to plant.
Yeah.
Good capture. Yeah. So like rep 2, you see like that. We always say it's like a middle
Yeah.
finger. So you have your bell curve and then
Yeah.
so it'll pick up on that one. But the metrics don't like seem out of the ordinary. Okay.
I don't think I recaptured 6.
That's okay. We'll just kind of take that one with a grain of salt, but the majority of the other data is actually really good. So
845 degrees per second of varus valgus speed.
probably going to skew his average a little bit. That's all good. I know I'm pushing for the capture windows and be able to adjust it, but we'll see.
The top plant now.
Yeah, so it's going to be forward, backwards, outside to the right, inside to the left. You're going to capture each movement. So start and stop forward, start and stop back, start and stop out, start and stop in. Redo it twice or go through it twice.
I mean, I can try. I'm having to do this with each one of them.
Yep.
Okay. So you're going to start in single limb stance, right with right knee straight, left knee bent with the foot behind you. From this position, you're going to hop forward, hop back, hop out, hop in with my cue for each direction individually. And we're going to do this sequence twice for a total of 8 hops. So, yes.
Yeah, so Emily, you'll go start, hop forward, stop, start, hop backwards, stop.
Okay.
That makes sense?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Does he need to go a specific distance or is it just a small hop forward, back?
So like a jump.
Sorry, you cut out just a little
And
bit.
they're kind of like half. That's okay. I just said I want to see the athlete jump. Like I want to see what they're ready for. So if you see like an athlete who's fully capable of jumping far and high, like and they're half-assing it, I would challenge them like, "Hey, jump." Does that answer your question?
Yes, it does.
Cameron, we got high expectations here.
Yeah, Cam, do you need me to move back or are you okay?
Just for testing, he can do whatever he wants though.
All right.
Gave you an out.
Forward. Back. Okay. Back. Out. Ooh, I didn't do that very well. Sorry.
I think you're good. I think you captured it.
And then in.
Watch that knee drive. That's going to be interesting data on that one.
Come on, Cam.
I mean, that's
I know it's totally how you like jump and how you're taught.
long jump.
I know. Forward.
That one was better.
Back.
I'm so curious to see his pelvic data.
Out.
That one was better. Thanks, Cam.
Coach roll.
In.
Love it. Oh. Oh. There we go.
I
Fought
stopped
for
it.
that
I saved you on that one. Gave you long enough to.
Fought for that one.
Do you want to do? What did you do? You did the. Oh, never mind. Okay, we'll flip next after the next one.
Are those okay? I mean, this
Yeah.
the rep 3 looks like it's like I caught it.
Rep 3, you caught it at the very end, maybe.
Okay.
But that's okay. That's why we're training. So,
Okay. So
So
my I should have cued him slower, right? That's
yeah,
what.
press,
Okay.
or you press it first and then cue.
Okay. Yeah, I think I knew I messed that one up, but I didn't want to make you do it again. Okay.
Okay, save and continue, and then you have ankle lunge, and then we move to the left.
Oh, this may be a stupid question, but I just want to.
Yeah.
Because he did all 4 directions.
Scroll
That's
down.
okay. Okay,
Scroll
it goes
down.
down.
Yeah, yeah.
I was trying to go. Okay, now I see
But
it.
look at how much better your capture is on the second round. So you really got it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, now I get it. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, save and continue.
All right, ankle lunge on the right. So you're gonna come down, and then you're gonna drive that ankle forward as far as you can. Is it still hold for 3 seconds? I skipped that. I guess I could pull back the hold for
Hold
3
for 10
10
seconds.
hold for 10 seconds 3 times.
Yeah.
Face that.
So on this one, JP, you'll just press start and cue him right away. Any one of the timer, you don't have to wait for that stop. Okay. The main
Can you put something under his knee, under his back
Yeah, I
knee?
always put like an Eric's pad
Okay.
on under the knee.
That was
I just didn't want.
And then JP, you'll just want to start him in 90 degrees in between each rep.
Yep, 90 there. So, and then lunge forward as far as you can, keeping your heel down. And come back.
Set 90. Perfect.
Go. And come back. And go. Good. That was easy.
Now you're gonna do the left side like I'm not even here. I said now you guys are gonna do the left side like I'm not even here.
Okay.
Oh. She's gonna act like she's not here, so we
Okay.
gotta do it.
Do you want me to do the squats so you can do the other ones? The
Yeah,
hops
it's
and stuff?
on now.
Okay. All right. So now we're going to do everything again on the left. We're starting with the left single leg squat, going down as deep as you can, 10 times. Wait for me to say go each. Okay. Go. 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 Good.
Awesome. Great capture.
All right. So on the left, we're gonna do the 1 leg hop. You're gonna start on just that left with the left knee straight, right knee bent behind you. Hop straight up as high as you can. Control the landing. We're gonna do it 10 times. Don't let your right foot touch. Go. 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 Okay. Go. 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 So I didn't redo the last one, but if they're moving before you start, do you stop it and redo the rep or do you just let it go?
Like if he's like
On that
moving
last rep. On
moving
this,
all over the place.
yeah, like this last one here, like rep 10.
Yeah.
Is that okay? Or no?
Yeah, I think it's fine. Like you
Okay.
still captured like really good data. Like that valgus varus is good. Yeah, I would say that's
Okay.
really fine.
Okay.
You're getting the redo button down though. That's good. Like when to redo the reps and all that good stuff. So it's really good.
Okay.
So it's forward, back, out. It's still out, and then so. All right, you ready?
Watch out,
Forward.
Yeah.
Back. Watch that knee drive.
Oh, you didn't get that one.
Oh, I didn't. Hold
I
on.
don't think you got that one.
I gotta start back over. Sorry.
Now you're back.
Yep.
Oh. Okay.
Are you doing
Yep.
forward again?
Yep. We're going forward. Yeah. Back.
Better than I would have.
Left. Right. Forward. Back.
We trained for this. No, I'm just kidding.
You gotta get still. Left. Right.
Oh.
Feet started to hurt. His shoes hurt.
They're on clubs. They're not supposed to hurt.
So when do you, if they lose their balance, do you hit stop immediately?
Lost the balance first and then stop.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, you're correct. Nice job. Ooh, valgus varus of that last one.
Well, that was this fall.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Oh, ankle lunge. Okay. Do I need to be on the other side?
I can go
Does it
this way.
matter?
I can go
Or
this way.
yeah, I guess that's.
Whatever you, honestly.
Let's
whatever
make
you
it
want.
harder on me. Okay. Okay. So your kneel on your right knee, left foot in front, knee and ankle 90 degrees. Lean forward for your list so that your left knee is as far over your foot as possible without lifting your heel. You're gonna hold for 10 seconds, and we're gonna do it 3 times on my cue. Oh, I gotta figure out the camera here. All right. Go. Oh, wait. Do I say go? I say go. Sorry. All right. Come back to, how do I get it to, I'll redo it. Okay. So I can say go and then I'll say come back at the 10 seconds, right?
Exactly.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry. I didn't do this one. I should have paid more.
Nailed it.
All right.
You're okay.
Go.
Yeah, you'll just cue him right away on that one.
Okay.
So anything with the timer, you don't have to wait for that stop to appear.
Okay. You can come back. All right, Cam, I'll get my act together here soon. Go.
Cam, where did you play?
I played at Dayton.
You can come back.
Nice.
Last one, you can go. Okay, you can come back.
Awesome. Okay, so now we'll do the acceleration deceleration if Cam's up to it.
So like
Sprinting to a stop.
So 3 sprints.
How do you,
sure.
with the ACEL, decel,
Mhm.
because of kind of our setup here, I think the best is going from the turf onto the rubber. Is there an issue with that?
Nope, it's totally up to you. Like the deceleration is going to be the main piece of it.
Right.
So that's where you're going to get your metrics. So it's totally up to you.
Cool.
So what I would do is go ahead and close out of the ACEL decel instructions. I'm just going to tell you kind of what you need to know here.
Okay.
So you need at least 10 yards. You want to stay within 5 yards of the sensors at all times. So you'll stand in the middle. Okay. So I usually put like cones out. So I'll put like a starting position, then a cone where they end, just because athletes like to have targets. So you're going to press start. You're going to
JP.
Oh, you okay?
No, sorry. I was tossing cones very poorly.
Oh, okay. So you're going to press the start button.
Do I
Once
need to
you
keep
see
the
the
camera
words,
on him the whole time? Is that the goal?
it's totally up to you. It has nothing to do with the sensors. And honestly, the camera is kind of hard to capture while he's running past you.
Yeah, and
So I wouldn't worry about it.
Okay.
So
So
you're going to press.
It's red. Okay, so I need to be a little bit closer because it was red on the end. Okay. Is
So
that
you'll
good?
press start. Yep. And then
Okay.
that button will turn to stop. Once it turns to stop, you're going to cue him to sprint. He's going to sprint as fast as he can, come to a complete stop before the cone. He's going to hold that position in that still position for like 1 second, turn around, walk slowly back. Then he's going to repeat that 2 more times for a total of 3 sprints. So sprint, stop, walk back, sprint, stop, walk back, sprint, stop. You're going to press stop.
Oh, okay. So I don't hit stop until the final stop.
Very last one.
Got it. Okay.
Whenever you're
Yeah,
ready.
you have to pause at the pause for a second and then walk back. Okay.
Perfect.
Go. Oh, sensors. He just ran right out of his sensors.
It's all good. We
Someone
can redo that.
someone better pre-wrapping than I am should do this.
Press the green button and go back to screen. And we'll just redo it. No big deal. I would just press pause here at the top right. So the reason why I'm having you pause, we don't want the video to go longer than 40 minutes, which I don't think it will. But if it goes longer than 40 minutes, it won't save the report.
Got
So
it.
just make note of that. So if you have like sensor stuff like
Really-
this going on, you can press
Yeah.
pause, like if you have like a parent talking to you or something like that.
Okay, that makes sense. A what? What are we looking for?
I didn't want to see what little you had.
Oh, there's more in there, but I was afraid I did too much, but I guess I need to do more. Oh. You're just too strong. The problem is I just care too much. Okay. Resuming. Loading graph. Yeah, we're going to start over. Yeah. Okay. So. Go. And then walk back. I mean, you can walk back and forwards. Moonwalk back. And then, okay. Is that okay?
Yeah, you nailed it. So go ahead and press the green button. Saving back to screen. Okay, so now it should pop up. Yep, press close. And then go to the left and scroll all the way down, finish and save. Awesome. Yes, finish and save. You guys cruised through that. That was awesome. Okay, you're going to press continue once. Yep. And then sync all. So you'll want to sync it after each time you do the assessment. This is going to sync up to the portal.
Okay. That's all. Yeah, those are all of them.
And Cam is totally free to go unless he wants to hear his interpretation of the report.
Yeah, might as well.
Yeah. Well, see you later. Well, good luck.
And some of the numbers will be a little skewed just because we're learning. So we'll just kind of make mental note of that.
Yeah, JP, you were definitely the weak link on this one.
That's fine.
I'm kidding. What? No, you weren't the weak link.
It was me. Do we need to turn these sensors off, or can we just plug them right back in?
You just put them right back in.
Perfect.
Yep.
I didn't even notice it was there after we started.
On the back.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead and press, go into subject. Click on Cam. Press view. Click assessment at the top. Complete MI, go ahead and click. Press view. Okay, so here's your app version. Okay, I'm gonna have you go up to the top right. There's a box with that arrow in it. And then you're gonna click the box at the top right. It's gonna toggle on the entire report. Scroll down. I'm gonna have you send it to me and I'll share my screen. Generate PDF. And then that's at the top, email separated with commas. Oh, sorry. So press the email. Yeah. You're going to type in M Stewart, M as in Mary, STE.
Oh.
EWART.
Another E. Oh.
WART.
ART.
Yeah. At dorsavi.com. DORSAVI. And then send PDF.
Oh, I thought you said
and then I'll get it and we'll review it. But then I'm going to have you go once that's sent. Okay, you're going to go back to cancel. Okay, so if you click on the see more underneath the loss of balance, go ahead and click on that. So here's your app version.
Oh, wait, was that the right one? Yeah.
Yep, you're good. Okay, so here's your LSI. I'm going to have you go to the green button at the bottom right screen. I just want to show you this one thing really quickly. Go ahead and continue. Here's your detailed page. So let's go into like the single egg hop right. So the second one in the red, press detail.
Single limb hop, this one.
Yep. Okay, so now if you scroll down, you're able to see all of the data tracings, all of the reps. So you'll have to like scroll left and right in order to see all the reps. But you have that play button. That's going to play the video for you.
Oh.
And then the button. Yeah, so if you want to go ahead and play it. Okay, so it plays that video for you. And then go ahead and click out of the box. And then if you press upload, that's going to upload the portal. Any video, any rep that you want to save, you're going to want to press upload because that'll upload to the portal. If
Okay.
you don't upload any of the videos, and in the case you have to uninstall, reinstall the app, it's going to delete all those videos locally. Same thing with the reports if you don't sync them.
Okay.
Makes sense?
So what would you recommend on those? Just uploading all the videos?
No, I mean, honestly, I would upload like any videos you want to see. Like, so maybe like one good rep, one bad rep, something like that. Some people don't upload any videos. It's totally up to you.
Okay.
Okay.
I like to see like, yeah, one good rep, one bad rep. Okay.
60%.
I am going. What'd you say?
Oh, we were joking. He said 60% of the fail.
Okay, so if you guys want, I'm going to share my screen. So go back into Teams. You can stop sharing your screen. And then I will share my screen here. Are you guys able to see my screen here? It's going to be the report page. Okay, so this is the PDF version. Okay. So overall score here is a 60%. Highest score I've seen on this so far is a 92. Second highest score I've seen is an 85. Okay, so we're scored out of 504 points. Some of it could just because of the capture. Some of it could just because of the sensor flying off, right? But we're just learning. So we're going to kind of take this with a grain of salt. I just, when I focus on movement score, I just say I want to see you progress towards a green. Just get better every time you come in. Limb symmetry index, so 88% symmetrical from right to left, left to right. We'll dive into that to figure out what's going on. And then he scored a 98% of loss of balance, so he only lost his balance one time on the left. His AMI rating is lower than his overall score because he plays a high-risk sport, so football is a high-risk sport. Any questions on this overall page?
No.
Right, and feel free to like add comments in too, especially like if you've seen these reports before, by all means, or anything that you're seeing when you're testing someone. Okay, so limb symmetry page, all of the single leg exercises plus the side plank for his left side over here, and then same thing on the right side. In between is his symmetry. So if we're looking at just a quick glance, I would look at and focus on his single leg impact exercises because we're scoring in the red, especially on his left side. Okay, so 59% limb symmetry from his left to his right. So I would dive in a little bit more to figure out what's going on here. Something also I noticed, he's scoring a 6 out of 9 on his ankle lunge. So I'm thinking when I'm going to look at the tibial inclination for the single leg metrics, first thing I'm going to look at is his ankle mobility. Okay, does he have even the mobility to get to the tibial inclination that we want him to get into? That makes sense here. Anything else that you guys are picking up on?
No, I saw that with his squats and everything like that, and then he didn't get very far with those lunges.
Yeah. So we'll kind of look at that. So this sheet again is here to guide you, like where do you want to focus your attention? Okay, I would definitely focus for sure on the left limb on the impact, and then well, probably bilaterally, single leg exercises.
What?
All right. What'd you say?
Oh, I was asking if he was keeping up with his exercises.
Oh, were you in here for something? Can I ask what it was?
Yeah, I've been in here for like the last 6. Well, not this past month, but I tore like a lateral ligament in my ankle and had a little avulsion fracture back in September, October. I think October.
Which ankle?
My
Which
right
ankle?
one. Right one.
Okay. Well, your single leg squats look really good. So we'll kind of keep that in mind. Okay, plank here. So remember, you put him in the position that you wanted him to be in. If he deviates outside of 8 degrees for longer than 2 seconds, it will knock him a point. If he deviates outside of 8 degrees for less than 2 seconds and recorrects back into a starting position, it will not knock him a point. So if he deviates outside of 8 degrees at the very beginning and never recorrects, it will continue to knock points. So some of the fastest athletes that I've seen who come in with like low back pain, hamstring strains, they're not able to hold this plank position. They'll score like a 5 out of 30 and just know that that's real life. So if we're looking at this max deviation, negative means extension, positive means flexion. So here, max deviation here, Cam, was 13 degrees of extension. So you're going to go starting to work into your back and stop using your core. Okay, you scored a 21 out of 30, still pretty good. Rotation, you didn't move your hips at all from side to side. The majority of your points that were knocked off was because of the extension here. Any questions, comments, feedback here?
Nope.
Okay, the squat. So remember, he went a little deep in his squat. Again, that's totally up to you guys if you want to cue them out. So again, our sensors pick up flexion in 3 ways. If they're squatting below parallel, it's going to capture too much flexion. If they're actually flexing over top, so top chest goes over top of their hips, they're falling forward. And then the last one, like a pelvic wink. Okay. So for flexion, it's showing him in the red. I think it's just because he squat too deep. So flexion, we want this less than 30. I'm looking through here. The majority of the time he's sitting in 40s and 50s. Okay, so just flexing a little too much. Lateral shift, we want this less than 7. All the positive numbers mean he's shifting over to his right side. All the negative numbers mean he's shifting over to his left. So I see 1 negative number. And you said which ankle was it?
My right one.
Okay, so it's his right. Now we know he's going to shift side to side. Okay, if he's staying within that 7 degrees, which is our range, if he goes outside of 7 degrees, say he's shifting over to the right, you're going to see like a line over to this side. So it's going to just show that he's shifting over to his right side. But since he's staying within 7, he's staying kind of hips in between his feet. Now, when I see something like a trend like this, like I still want to understand why do you continue to shift over to your right side consistently? I always look at the ankle lunge for this, and I look at his left side. The reason for that is if he doesn't have the mobility on his left side, it's going to transition him over to his right. So he's scoring just barely under 40. Okay, on his left, I want to see his highest is 38. I'm going to compare that to his right ankle lunge. Interesting, right? We only have 20, 25, 26. So the reason why he's shifting over to his right side is not because of lack of ankle mobility. Okay. I would just start to ask the question, like, do you have any pinching in your hips? A lot of it's also sport specific as well. Like I tested like I did a mass testing of healthy hockey players, and they typically will squat to the side where their stick is on. So just food for thought there. Any questions here at all?
Where did you say that line was going to be if they shifted out?
So see how his trend is typically right? So it's positive.
Yeah.
If he shifted outside of that 7 degrees, it's going to be shift. You'll see like a line to the right.
Got it.
Yeah. Any other questions here?
Nope.
Cool. Side plank, we're testing the glute med specifically, and then secondary I would say would be obliques. So he's doing a really nice job maintaining a side plank here. He just lost his points a little bit on rotation. And then, yeah, bilaterally he did that. But it looks like you must have done it just at the very end. All right, single leg mechanics here. So his limb quality score is scoring a 45 out of 60. So he's in the green. So that's where we're going to see that straight up and straight back down leg. I look at tibial inclination first to see if we have the depth of the squat. So interesting. So JP, to your point, we're looking at his ankle mobility first, right? So this is his impacted ankle, right? Am I right on that? Right
Yes.
ankle?
Yes.
Okay. So on his ankle lunge, he really doesn't get a ton of that mobility here. The highest tibial inclination that we need is 31 degrees on his single leg squat. So it's interesting that he scores like a 26 at his highest here. And on his tibial inclination, his average is 30 degrees. I'm looking at his highest is 33. So like my question would be like, is his ankle popping up or like his heel popping up when he's squatting?
I didn't
I
notice
didn't
it,
see
but
that.
Yeah, I didn't notice it either. Oh, go ahead.
I guess that's what the video's for, though, right?
Totally. Yeah, that's why you have the video. So my thought would be, okay, so we're not hitting tibial inclination. And if I just look consistently, not hitting it. Oh, he hits it on this one. I think this might have been, we'll look at this number. But on his single leg hop, he doesn't hit the tibial inclination or on his single leg squat. So there's definitely a mobility factor to this, right? So to your point, JP, looking at that ankle lunge because you saw it on the LSI, thinking about tibial inclination is definitely a good mindset for this. So for his tibial inclination, is he not hitting it because of mobility plus strength plus trust? I would definitely say it's some of its mobility here. Then I always go to valgus. So negative number is the valgus, positive number is varus here. Okay, the more provocative movement based off research is valgus. So that's why we have that highlighted where you need to focus your attention. We want this less than 8 degrees. He hits that within 30 degrees of his squat. I want to know what he looks like within 31, greater than 31 degrees. Okay. Now, pelvic lateral tilts. Remember, this number is always going to be positive. I'm standing on my right leg. I look at the trend. I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5, he goes to the left. 5, he goes to the right. So there's not a specific trend. His hips are kind of going in between. So they're going into Trendelenburg and retro Trendelenburg. So we definitely need to control his pelvis a little bit more. And we saw that on the video too. Anything else you guys see as far as the pelvic motion or pelvic metric or anything? Any questions on that?
I always used to focus heavily on like the speed at which they did it. Is that
That's gonna be here.
okay? That's where that is.
Yep. So last one is speed. So to your point, as far as the score goes, what's weighted the highest is speed, and then the magnitude of valgus. Okay. So that's from research. It's simple physics. Also, like if you have a high magnitude of valgus at a high amount of speed, that's going to create a lot of force, right? So he's scoring, we want this less than 20 degrees. He's scoring 14, but again, that's also within the tibial inclination of 30 degrees.
Right.
Okay. So here's his average. You can definitely look and see like how his speed goes. His highest speed was 20 degrees, his last rep here. Okay, so this is here also to show you like, is there a fatigue issue? Do I need to add in some fatigue protocol, etc.? And Emily, I don't know if you're familiar with speed, but it's speed in the frontal plane. So how fast your knee is moving side to side. So stability and control here.
Okay.
Okay, we want speed to be low. Any questions, comments, or feedback on this?
Nope.
Cam, you getting all of this?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
For sure.
Oh yeah. Understandable.
Okay, single leg hop. So this is on the landing portion. Okay, so that's why it's really important to make sure that like they don't drive their knee up. So good catch on that, JP. Okay, so again, I like to look at tibial inclination first. Whatever you like to focus on, we're giving you the metrics. You use your own clinical opinion on it, okay? So I want to see, do you jump and land with a bent knee to start? He's kind of stiff legging it a little bit here. So to me, he's absorbing it with like his knee joint, his hip, and his ankle joint a little bit. So this would be the first thing that I would focus on. I want you to jump and condense, right? But we have to open up that ankle first.
So would you, for an athlete like Cam who has the inclination to kind of have that knee bend on that drive, would you be as worried about that? Because we kind of talked him out of that mechanic already with the like what he functionally normally does, and with that drive, would you be as worried about that?
So yeah, like I love teaching knee drive for jumping. I think from a performance standpoint, that makes sense. But to have him push through the ground shouldn't impact the way that he lands with a bent knee.
Okay.
That makes sense. Like I still want him to, regardless of however he's landing, he should always bend his knee.
Yeah, I think I would agree with that. But I think like in watching what he was doing, it looked like he changed how he was moving.
Landing.
Yeah.
And that would be, and that would be something where you can kind of take that and cue them a little bit. Like, obviously, you don't want them to be like, you don't want to teach them during the assessment, hey, you know, condense or bend your knee, change their mechanics. But if you see it change from the way that he typically jumps and lands to now we're telling you to push to the ground, keep your legs straight, but I want you to bend your knee, like you can cue him out of that.
Yeah.
And then also to that point, like if you see a kid that's jumping, landing with a stiff leg, you don't want them to get injured. So definitely cue them for that too. Yep. Valgus and Barris, so 12 degrees here. Valgus, we want this less than 9. Okay. Something to make note of, he went into Valgus 1, 2, 3 times. The majority of the times he's in Varus. He still has the ability to go into a max deviation of 19 degrees of valgus, average of 12. Okay, but he only does it 3 times. So totally up to you how you want to take that, interpret it. Pelvic lateral tilt here. Again, this is going to be positive. I see a trend of all positive numbers. So he's on his right leg. He's jumping and landing. Is he in retro or is he in Trendelenburg?
Sorry, that was it.
That's retro? No.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's in retro. So he's side bending into that side when he's landing. He's catching himself in that QL. Valgus and Barris speed, so 233. We want this less than 96 degrees. Okay, so a little high. So as he's moving, as he's jumping, losing control, losing stability as he's landing. But I also think that's because of that. Is this where the sensor fell off?
Yep.
Yeah. So take
Yeah,
that with kind
probably.
of a grain of salt. I would just look at focus on the other ones.
Yeah.
So the majority, like he's at 90, 64, 33, pretty good control.
I'm guessing there's because we don't have Windows, there's no way to delete. Like I know the last one you could just go with like 9 reps or whatever.
Yep, you can't delete, but what you can do is you can just go back into your app and like look at the data tracings and figure out, okay, it's 340, is that actually accurate?
Yeah. Okay.
Single leg hop plant does a really nice job jumping and landing, condensing, 28 degrees of valgus. I think this must have been a capture thing. If you see zeros, we just didn't capture that movement. Okay. Pelvis here. This pelvis was kind of moving quite a bit. So I see like a positive trend. So that would be retro. And then speed of landing 142. So it's just a little high. That's a quick fix, especially like for an athlete. And then tibial inclination, we definitely need to work on that mobility of the ankle. Okay, just real quick, running through like the pelvic lateral tilt on the left leg. So we're currently on the left leg. We're like 0.03 degrees outside. Okay, not a big deal. But I see a trend of positive. I'm standing on my left leg. So is that retro or is that Trendelenburg?
Trendelenburg.
Trendelenburg.
Exactly. Loses that left glute. Perfect.
Positive.
So just
positive is always to the left, correct?
Positive is always to the right. Negative is to the left. Yep. And same thing in the shift of a squat and the double leg squat. So yeah, so you just have to look through what's my trend and then what leg am I standing on. And then you guys can kind of go through and interpret this here as well. So valgus, we need to kind of focus on the pelvis. So we're looking at negative. So consistently when he's hopping, he's side bending into retro. So utilizing his QL a little bit. And you guys had mentioned he's starting in a little bit more of a lordosis curve, right? So maybe his QL or rector spinae are pretty overdeveloped. And then speed, we're just losing that just a little bit, but I would just double check that capture. And that's kind of the quick and dirty of the report. Any questions or anything that you guys see that I'm not seeing?
What's I think the only thing I didn't see was the A cell, D cell.
Oh yeah, thank you. Good catch. So acceleration, deceleration at the bottom. I'll send you the running metrics explained also. Let me just make a note of that. Okay, so this is all going to be on the deceleration. Okay, we're averaging those 3 sprints together.
Mm-hmm.
So ground reaction force is taken during mid stance. A higher GRF typically means lack of muscle control. So if we're looking at it the right side, we're a little bit higher than we are on the left side. Okay, so maybe losing a little bit of control as we're coming into that deceleration. Initial peak acceleration is going to be during foot strike. These numbers are measured in gravity, and they're going to typically be higher than just something that you're used to from like watching a treadmill assessment, right? Because they're coming into the ground decelerating. So what I like to do is just focus on it bilaterally. So I'm just comparing it, their symmetry. So we're looking at the right side. So he's coming in a little bit more vertical into the foot strike, maybe slapping the ground with his lack of anterior deceleration. Okay, but again, it's not super high for a deceleration. We're getting into the double digits, but we kind of anticipate that. But compared to his left side, he's not coming in. Maybe he's coming in a little bit more of a heel strike on his right. Contact time. So 153 milliseconds versus the 115 milliseconds. So he's trying to get off of his right leg and trusting his left leg a little bit more. Okay. And then the total ASI. So currently it's just a breakdown of all of these GRF IPA contact time. What it will be moving forward is the ground reaction force asymmetries. Okay. And then in the actual app, you'll get cadence and all that good stuff as well. I've asked the developer to put it in this report too, but you'll get a little bit more info on the app piece of it.
Is there any reason to have them like say like, all right, on rep 1 we're trying to land more, like stop more with your right leg, rep 2 you're trying to stop more with your left leg, or breaking that down at all? Or
it's totally up to you. So I would say I want to just see how you decelerate, because then to me, I'm just understanding like we know his right leg is affected and it's kind of being exposed there a little bit because he's having less muscle control coming in at a higher IPA, and then he's really getting off of his right leg compared to his left leg. So to me, I would like to see like, what do you naturally do? But then you also have the ability, like, it just depends on what you want to see. If you want to coach them through that, you can do it, but just know that your numbers are going to be a little different and you won't be able to see like the difference of your first rep, your second rep to your third rep.
Okay.
Does that answer your question?
Yeah.
Any other questions on acceleration, deceleration here? Emily, do you have any questions? Cam, do you have any questions?
I think I need to just have a printout and be able to go over it again so that I can kind of work but I don't have any questions over what you've gone over. It seems like it makes sense. I just kind of want to look at it on paper and dig in a little bit more.
I will send you a tips and tricks document. On that document, it's going to have some like troubleshooting tips and tricks. And then at the very end, there's going to be a YouTube video of me going through a report. So you're more than welcome to like obviously watch that. And then I usually recommend like sending us some reports or even scheduling a time to go through a couple of reports. Because sometimes it just makes sense like with your own patient, like what you're seeing, what you know. But yeah, totally practice on your own. Use the system as much as you can. Take it home. I I've tested my husband plenty of times.
You
So,
want to test Ben right now?
Yeah, we will.
yeah, that's ViMove Plus. That's AMI. You guys cruise through that. Just practice a ton. I will send you on maternity leave. But sounds like Lauren is going to schedule. Oh, I just said you guys did a really nice job. As far as like my maternity leave coverage, I'll connect you guys in this email. I'll send you a follow-up. And then you guys will schedule with them to learn run.
All right.
Perfect.
Sounds good. Thank you.
Yeah. Any other questions or anything I can help you guys with now?
Yeah, one last question. This USB-C to USB-B. Oh, you froze. What is this cord for?
Is that iPad to computer?
I actually have no idea. You guys got that in the kit?
Yeah. Yeah, in the packaging.
You won't need that. So,
Okay.
you have it for the movement suite system. It probably is for the movement suite system. Wait. Does it fit into your charger?
Yeah. Wait, no.
And then maybe connecting that to the iPad
I guess.
Or your computer.
Yeah.
or to a computer.
Or
It'd
maybe.
be to a computer, I guess, because iPads don't have
Yeah.
Yeah, so
USB-C.
if you want to charge it on the run.
Oh,
Yeah, that's new. I didn't know that we had that. Cool.
because we have the circular cord for the charger.
Yeah, I usually use that one too. So maybe if you're on the run and you need